With spring break and summer vacations on everyone's mind, we thought it might be fun to look at travel into and out of Tulsa through our airport. Jack Frank is back with us as we check out this month's Tulsa Treasure. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We're happy to have you here. I love looking at the old videos, old films. But Tulsa, really, I mean, the airport, that can make or break a city.
Well, Tulsa's had an airport going back to the 1920s, and it really was needed because we were the oil capital of the world, and so you had oil men and oil families coming in and leaving. So air travel was an important part of Tulsa's fabric back to the 20s.
Has it always been at that location where we know it?
No, back in the 20s, the airport was at Admiral and Sheridan. It was called McNulty Field. It was just a grass field. Then it moved in the late 20s to where, approximately where it is today. People wanted to go to a different terminal than the one we go to today, and I think we have some footage of that.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this, because back in the day, what you're going to notice so often
this is the first terminal of Tulsa Municipal Airport, and keeping with Tulsa's heritage, it was Art Deco.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it really was. And the thing you'll notice about this was before security and bad people, I guess, and so people would just walk out onto the tarmac with their families, with the people getting on the plane.
With their luggage.
With their luggage. And then they'd get on the plane. I don't think there was any security.
No.
Nobody looking through your bags, no one scanning you.
Easier time, right?
Yeah.
But I love the way we dressed. You know, it was an event to get to travel.
Exactly, and that's what you see, people dressed up, and you can tell it was exciting. Then in the 1960s, the old terminal was torn down, and now we have Tulsa International Airport, the one you have today. Came in early to mid 1960s, and this actually is the first jet bridge. You know, people used to, as you mentioned, used to have to walk outside and climb the steps.
Ooh,
and this is when the jet bridge became popular in the so these guys are experiencing the jet bridge for the first time. I found this film, and I cannot remember who this was, but it was like the world's tallest man came to Tulsa. And the thing I like about it is going to the airport and seeing people at the airport was a big deal. It was kind of a glamorous time. It was fun to have a visitor coming in.
Well, and we had a lot of folks that came to visit us. We're going to see presidents and vice presidents and leaders and even celebrities.
Here's Robert Kennedy coming in. He wasn't campaigning at this time, but he was close to announcing that he would run for president. But again, this is when you got people, they go out to the airport, you can see TV stations were there to greet him, and it was just a fun deal to see people come in on the airplanes, because it was such a novelty even then.
And for a lot of folks, this may be the closest they would get to some of these individuals.
Absolutely.
Oh,
another
Ronald
president,
Reagan.
There's Ronald Reagan. And you can see people, you couldn't even replicate that today. You could not get close to a president. There'd be security. You couldn't even get on the tarmac today. But it's funny how people just would go down by the airplanes and walk around and walk with a future presidential.
Well, and as things changed over the years, I mean, certainly when 9/11 hit, that just changed our whole world. I mean, I even just miss being able to go to the gate. You know, that was such an important thing, especially when military people come home. That's what I think hurts my heart the most. If we stay with this just a little longer, I think the last shot we're going to see is going to be Sonny Bono.
Well, and I put this in here because this is, in the 70s came a little bit of security. I don't know if you remember the days they would actually kind of dig through your luggage. So they didn't have the fancy scanners we have today. There would be a table, they'd open up your luggage and look through it, and that was yesterday's airport.
Well, this is what I remember, because we would go to dinner for my birthday. I wanted to go someplace fancy, and the airport
See if people recognize this is Sonny and Cher.
I didn't see Cher. I saw Sonny.
I think that's her in the white.
Yeah, in the back behind there. But we would go to for my birthday dinner, and where TSA does all the security now, that was a restaurant in there, and the big plate glass you could watch as planes land, and people, you know, and to dream about where you could go was such a cool thing. So on my birthday, I think it's even more appropriate that you did that.
Isn't it funny that we decided to do something on airports, and Leanne would go to the airport on her birthday, which is today your birthday.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So I have something for you. You don't have to open it here, but I just wanted to present that. It's from a really cool chocolate shop in the historic Phil Tower building.
Thank you very much, Jack. You're so kind. I didn't do this to get a gift, but I so appreciate it. I did. You know, in that one little email, I said, P.S. It's my birthday.
I thought it said bring gifts.
Oh, well, that was don't talk. Hey, I look forward to seeing what we do in April with Easter.
We'll come up with something cool.
That'll be awesome. I just love this segment. Thanks for coming in and sharing. Hope folks enjoyed it as much as I. If you want more information, you can check out tulsafilms.com. All right, we're going to take a break. A little library offering more than just stories to read. After the break, we're going to get a look at Sapulpa's new book garden. And the NFL Players Union asking athletes to rate their teams. Dave put this together for us this morning. We'll take a look at some of the results on which team came out on top.